Hi guys, so today's quick chat is going to be about accreditations and certifications as a barrier rather than an enabler. Over the last 10 to 20 years, I'm sure you've all seen that degrees became increasingly important and it became more and more difficult to find a job or get one foot through the door if you didn't have a certain qualification and accreditation. You had to pass a certain board exam, you had to be accredited by a particular company, or provider in the industry. Someone else had to give you sort of a stamp or seal of approval to say that you were worth something in that particular field. So as the economy has evolved, as the internet has become more accessible to more people and information has become a commodity, you remember also that we touched on this in a previous video, that it's no longer enough just to retain knowledge or withhold information, and as anybody can access that information with or without you. So what is really required is a signature style of applying that knowledge. And that is not something that I believe can actually check boxes. I think that you have to look and see what the impact of somebody's facilitation is or somebody's content is. You really have to look at the market analysis. So tools for market sentiment and market analysis, understanding if a brand is driving positive transformation or if there are a lot of bad reviews and people are generally not experiencing the brand in a great way, that can help you choose a provider of quality. I think if you're going to check boxes simply because someone is accredited by a particular body, you're actually missing out on a whole wealth of wonderful service providers out there. And the reason I say this is if you look at the South African context, it can take years, upward of sometimes even a decade, to obtain a particular qualification to then show that you are worth something to that particular client that you're trying to acquire. So in that time, what do? How do you put food on the table? Someone has got to come to you and say, look, I'm willing to give you the chance to prove yourself. Let's see what results we can put together. So I think that trials and pilot projects will probably become the baseline in the next 5 to 10 years. I'm certainly hoping so, because accreditations and certifications are not accessible to everybody, despite how common they are and how many people try to achieve them. If you look at, you can get a Facebook certification for about 715 Rand. If you are a Google Workspace subscriber, there are a whole bunch of Google certifications that are then available to you, and you can complete the tests and become Google certified. And I think that's great. Yes, it is an indication of what kind of skill set you have, but I don't think that your value as a service provider is based on those things. And I know with us, certainly, we don't look at that as a deciding factor when we are contracting people. We are looking at how other people feel about working with you. We're looking at your track record in the market. We're looking at your vision and ambitions. We're trying to understand your personality profile, what kind of companies that you are best suited to working with. We look at your aptitude. We really consider you as a whole person. And if you are a company that is applying or pitching to us to do some work for us, then we're looking at your company holistically. We are looking at your systems and your processes. We're looking at how you solve problems, how you navigate the unforeseen challenges that inevitably are a part of the business journey. So those are the things that I think should be more important than just the piece of paper. And I want to know what you think. Especially for those of you that are mandating certain quality requirements in terms of accreditations, certifications. I know most of you will be in corporate. I want to challenge that today, and I want to ask why. That system is, for me, a way to drive elitism, a certain form of academic elitism, because some of the certifications also cost a lot of money. They are well out of reach for a lot of very brilliant and talented people that we have, particularly in South Africa. So there's your food for thought today, and I look forward to chatting with you more about this in the coming months.